All right. Well, they just made the Nikon Z6 Mark III that much better. And today I want to talk about what specific upgrades were added with the latest 2.0 firmware update for the Nikon Z6 III. Let's get to it. All right, so here I am at NikonUSA.com, and let's just go through. Obviously, a lot of you probably already saw what they've added. I just want to give my takes and my opinions about these upgrades, and quite honestly, I'm very excited for a lot of this because many of you know I absolutely love using my Nikon Z6 Mark III, specifically for video. Okay. All right, so first thing is they're really going hard and heavy with enhancing the autofocus. Here, they've now added birds mode when you're taking autofocus. So that's really cool for those who do birding. And that's going to be a nice little added improvement to all of that. So it says here, improve bird tracking in complex scenes. So probably busy backgrounds, high contrast backgrounds, etc., and more accurate acquisition and tracking when it comes to the birds. So fast moving birds in 3D tracking, autofocus mode, etc. Increased focus accuracy when capturing the birds in flight. So again, this is going to be great for those who enjoy birding and stuff like that. Now, I don't do a lot of birding, but you know what? From time to time when I'm just out and about, something like this is a great added addition to the autofocus. Okay, so again, superior bird auto detection against high complex backgrounds. So you can see here where it's almost camouflaged a little bit with some of these sticks and whatnot. So small and far away birds and uncommon looking species. Okay, so it's just looking for birds. It's probably looking for eyes and it's locking. That's what it's saying. All right, so we have in-camera focus limiter for faster, more precise AF, which you've seen this added feature to, I believe, the Z8. So having this on the Z6 Mark III just lets you know that this camera is far from being over with, and it's a really great addition. I actually like this so that it will decrease the amount of chance for you to back focus. So this is really cool, especially for moving subjects like this flower, but also most importantly for me when I'm shooting in studio, rather than hitting maybe the back of the ear, there's more chance that I could only limit it to just the eye and maybe the nose or something like that, or even not even getting the nose. So I really like that. That helps, especially when precision, it matters. Okay. So as it says here, enhances the speed and accuracy of the autofocus system and limiting the range to the approximate distance for your subject. So this is cool. So quickly setting the nearest and the farthest distance point, and that's the only range it's going to be concentrating on autofocusing. Anything outside of that, well, it's just not going to lock. Okay, so your subject's got to be within that range. I love that for beauty, headshots, and portraits. So that can be really helpful. All right. Nikon Authenticity Service protects and blah, blah, blah. Now, check this out here. Okay, this is where they want to really attack AI-generated misinformation. So you can activate this new feature that adds CTPA-compliant content credentials to the photos at the time of capture. Okay, creating a permanent record of authenticity. So this is really awesome because, as we know, AI has been a huge force in our life all over the place, not just in photography. So here you're going to be able to add credentials and letting people know that yes, you took this photo and with this camera at this time and day. So this is pretty cool. I like that. Pixel shift. We've already heard Nikon introducing this into another cameras. So this is really cool here as well. So you get pixel shift shooting, adds new dimensions for higher resolution. So obviously this combined in your workflow makes it easier to create ultra high res images that combine pixel shift with focus shift or AE bracketing. Okay, so it's ideal for commercial products, etc., especially when you need precise autofocus on a particular point. And I like this, that you can maybe even fix it later on in post. So that's a really cool addition to have, especially when it comes to, in this case, a flower and wind or anything else that might be a variable to increase the chance of you missing that specific shot. You will be able to adjust it later on. So that's really cool. And now we have auto capture in this camera. Excuse me. Now we have auto capture, which lets you get out from behind the lens. So you can remotely capture photos and video completely on its own, get into its position using a tripod, etc., and you're just ready to go. Whenever that subject gets into frame, bam, 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 it's going to start taking those photos for you. That could be really, really cool, especially if you want to, I don't know, grab a drink right quick and the camera's still on a stand at work and it's ready to capture some photos for you while you're sitting there enjoying your drink. Okay, so it digs a little deeper. So here we go. Automatically captures photos and videos when you choose, within chosen parameters are met. So you have fine tune, specific direction, speed, and subject size. That's for the motion. You have subject detection. If it notices a person, animal, bird, bicycle, etc., it'll start snapping away. And then you also have distance. Pick up the area within the frame where your subject needs to be. So that's really cool. So if you want it maybe camera left, as soon as it gets over there, boom, it starts taking those photos. That's pretty cool. Matter of fact, all of these are really cool. Let's be honest. I haven't used much of the auto capture feature, but you know what? I'm going to give it a go because it sounds like a really cool feature. The Z8, Z9 have already had those, so the Z6 Mark III to have it sounds cool, and I think it's about time I get off my laurels and try that feature out. Let me know if you've used auto capture, how well is it, and if you use it with this camera, let me know how did it do. Okay, so now it talks about a lot of the sub upgrade. I wouldn't say sub, but other upgrades it has. So N-Log View Assist looks better, which is cool. I would like if I could actually I'm not sure if I can. I haven't tried it. I'm sorry, but with N-Log View Assist, that I could choose the LUT. Right? If I could upload my own LUT. Now Lumix, you can do that. You could upload, I think, up to 10 or 12 LUTs and use that as a V-Log View Assist. So I think Nikon could totally do it. It should only be within a firmware. Maybe it already can. If it can, feel free to let me know down in the comments. All right, so webcam features, which I pray it can, and shoot, because any mirrorless camera I've used, I could easily use it as a webcam. Right now, I'm using a camera right now that's mirrorless camera webcam, just using a an HDMI, using a capture card, boom, right into the laptop, ready to go. All right, and then keeps the HDMI connection active. Okay, so the connection will remain active even when you stop recording or change key features. So that's pretty cool. I don't do a whole lot of streaming that requires me to move about. It's just right here on my desktop. So, but to those who probably do, like, say, church events or events in general and want to stream live, this could be a really good added feature. All right, let's get down to here. All right, more firmware 2.0 enhancements. So you can assign custom functions to the illumination buttons, giving you even more personalization. Not bad. I mean, that's cool. Set your video footage to loop during playback for easier confirmation that you got the shot you needed. Always cool, okay? Because I like to know if I need to fix or redo a shot then and there on set versus waiting till I get home. You could disable the EVF eye sensor when using live view on an LCD display, preventing accidental activation by gimbals, cages, or movements. Now that's always helpful. During high-res zoom, the focus area indicator stays on the subject to confirm your focus. That's always cool. I just started getting into using high-res zoom on Nikon and other systems, and when you're shooting solo, high-res zoom is such a helpful tool so that you get that added reach and you don't need to change your lenses nearly as much. So with all that said, very cool feature, very helpful. Info display rotation lock in review mode ensures your screen is orientated the way you want it to be. Cool, another added way to personalize your experience with the Nikon camera. Connect to Nikon Imaging Cloud easier with improved in-camera menus. That's really cool. I haven't got into the image cloud, Nikon Imaging Cloud yet. I do use the app a lot to just transfer photos, so I hope that just continues to get better. More importantly, the connection, right? I want the connection from starting it and finally being able to see and preview the photos on my app on my phone that much faster, that much, and for it to be that much more reliable, because I still hear from time to time that the connection drops. All right, so record ProRes RAW 422 HQ metadata with your footage. Awesome, I love that. That's super cool. 422. That's the jam right there. Freeze fast action with a new high-speed frame capture. Okay, available in both normal and fine image quality. Okay, so I'm gonna always just stick to the fine image quality. Now, if you haven't updated your Nikon Z6 Mark III yet, well, you probably are living underneath a rock, because they sent out all the emails letting us all know this morning. But I'm going to leave a link for you to be able to directly click and head to NikonUSA.com to download this latest firmware update. What do you think about the latest upgrades through the 2.0 firmware upgrade? Let me know what upgrade you wish they added to this firmware. Either way, I hope you enjoyed this video. And of course, until next time, keep shooting, stay creative.